Greetings, Earthlings! Today we're back with a review of a broadcast condenser microphone, which honestly just feels dirty to say. So today we're looking at this guy, the Rode Broadcaster, and if you are interested in picking this microphone up, it will set you back around $420, bro. Oh my god, so tight! Like always, I'll throw some links down below. And for this review, I have the mic connected directly to the 2i2 2nd Gen with the input gain set at around 1130. Not going to do any post-processing, but I will boost it in post, so check the doobly-doo to see what I did. Now let's talk about what comes in the box. First up, you do get a nice zippered storage pouch. You obviously get the microphone, you get a mount, you get a 5/8 to 3/8 inch microphone stand adapter, you get a 5-pin adapter if you want to set up the on-air indicator feature, you get some documentation, and you get a sticker. Oh! Now as far as the build quality, this microphone does feel pretty nice and well put together. It has an all-metal body, the metal mesh grill does have a little bit of give to it, and then there is also a nice amount of weight. On the side of the microphone, there is a red LED on-air indicator light thing that you can set up with that provided 5-pin accessory. You just gotta route that into some kind of radio console. On the back of that, you do have a high-pass switch, which looks like it rolls off frequencies at around 75 Hertz. And then on the very back, you'll find the XLR port. Now, when we get to the specs, this thing has a cardioid polar pattern, a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz, a sensitivity of around -34 decibels, an output impedance of 40 ohms, a max SPL of 128 decibels, a self-noise level of 14 dBA, a signal-to-noise ratio of 80 dBA, and a phantom power requirement of plus 48 volts. Okay, now I am going to go ahead and spin around the Rode Broadcaster to 90 degrees to show you the off-axis coloration. We'll go ahead and continue around to 180 degrees to show you how it sounds from the rear. We will go ahead and continue around to the secondary 90-degree angle, and then we will rotate it and end at the front of the microphone. Now I'm typing on a keyboard with Cherry MX Blues to see how much of my voice versus how much of the keyboard it picks up. Okay, so right now I'm right on top of the microphone to show you the proximity effect. And now I've initialized the high pass filter in the same position to show you how much of the low end you can remove when you are really eating the microphone. About 3 inches away from the microphone, about 1 foot away from the microphone, 2 feet away from the microphone, and 4 feet away from the microphone. Now for the Plosives test, please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Pizza in the night and in the day. I don't want to live any other way. I also don't know what to say, so I guess I'll say goodbye. So although I don't really know what the broadcast label on this microphone means, when I was using it for my podcast, I really liked it. So first up, in terms of pros, this thing does have a rather hot output signal, which is nice to see, especially when you compare it to other broadcast standards like a SM7B or an RE20. Additionally, you get a rather low impedance, which is another good spec to have. And lastly, it's not the quietest microphone out there, but given that it has a 14 dBA self-noise, that is pretty workable and pretty respectable. But then in terms of cons, it does do a pretty bad job at rejecting plosives, so you definitely need to have a pop screen there, and also it does seem to be a little more susceptible to ambient noise. So when we get to my overall thoughts, on the electric guitar, I thought the microphone sounded a bit boxy and on the verge of being boomy without having much life to it, so it was kind of a dull sound that I wasn't too impressed with. Then, as far as the acoustic guitar, I found it very difficult to get any subtlety out of this microphone on that instrument because it just seems to be a bit too harsh. It focuses on all the wrong frequencies for that instrument. Next, for singing, I do think it offers a much smoother sound, which I am a fan of, but it does lean on the sibilant side, and the boosts in the treble and air frequencies also make it sound a bit airy or breathy. And lastly, for spoken word, which is what I believe this microphone was designed for, is where I really think it shines. It gives you a lot of really nice clarity in the top end, and it also gives you a nice amount of body in the low end. But if you want to grow that body and make it even better, you can go, I know that sounded weird, you can get right on top of that microphone and use that proximity effect to your benefit. But now, would I recommend this microphone? For music, I really don't think I would. I don't think it performs well enough on the acoustic, the electric, or for singing to justify spending $400. Now, if you have this in your radio station or in your podcast studio and you need to mic up a singer or an electric guitar for a band coming in, I think it would be sufficient. But if I am just buying a microphone for that application, I don't think this is what I would pick. But on the other hand, for spoken word and broadcast applications, I do think it's a really nice sounding microphone, and it's nice to have a good alternative to the standard broadcast dynamics. Now, when I think this microphone really starts to come into its own is when you start to throw compression and de-essers on it, and you throw a pop filter in front of it. That's when it really starts to shine and becomes a really nice broadcast microphone. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today. So if you found this video fun, interesting, or helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. Want to influence what I review? geeksrising.com/podcastage. Go cast a vote there. Want more videos like this? Click the logo beneath me. Check out the Discord server. I'll throw a link in the description, and I will see you all next week or on Friday. Talk to you later. Bye.